But this is your favourite pick of the draft, number 6, Anthony Black to the Orlando Magic. As soon as we watched this live earlier on, Marcus couldn't believe what he had seen. He didn't expect Anthony Black to go this high, nor did he expect another point guard or a guard of that matter to be selected by the Magic already, considering they have Markelle Fultz, Jalen Suggs, Cole Anthony. It's a very clogged up backcourt, so the fact that they went down this route was a bit of a surprise. So tell us what your thoughts are.
Orlando Magic, I'm just done with them. Dumbest franchise in the NBA. Terrible pick. I don't know why you would draft Anthony Black when Markelle Fultz last season just showed you he could be your point guard of the future. Basically, you said, nah, Markelle, we're not even got to invest in your development. We're going to take Anthony Black. We're going to put him ahead of you. We're going to stagnate your growth and chuck you on the bench. He's obviously I rate Anthony Black as a prospect. He's a potential two-way machine. He's athletic. He's a gifted playmaker like a Josh Giddey. But it's you already have a guy in Markelle Fultz. You have Jalen Suggs there, who, he was a top 4 pick. You have Cole Anthony, who's been promising. He's a chucker. But nevertheless, he's a solid player in the league. And I just feel like they're too guard-heavy at the moment. And it's just, I just don't like the pick at all. I would much rather see them. I understand there's no big guys really available at that pick, and it would be very risky to draft a guy like Derek Lively. But at the same time, I don't know, maybe they could have traded down, or they could have selected a guy like Taylor Hendricks, or just a complimentary player like even Grady Dick. And I understand what they try to do with Banchero, Bol, even Wendell, Franz, these big, versatile players who are like guards. But I just think it's too risky, especially when Markelle Fultz is already breaking out. And I'm a massive fan of Fultz. So, it hurts my heart.
I do really like Anthony Black as a talent. I think had he been there at number 8 at the Wizards, I would have liked us to nab him there. Obviously, I don't know what kind of direction or what kind of thought process our new front office has in terms of, what kind of players they are looking for. But, if he was there at that pick, I think he's probably just impressed so much in workouts and individual pre-draft processes that, his stock has been bumped up. And I think maybe the Orlando Magic looked at it from that perspective, and they said they've got a guy in Banchero 6'10", 6'11", Franz Wagner, another 6'9", 6'10" guy. You pair that up with a 6'7" guard, and then we'll move on. Even though we could go to number 11, we can wait for this number 11 pick, but then they go and nab Jett Howard, the son of Juwan, at number 11, a 6'8" guard. And both of their question marks were probably their shooting. He's got range, Jett Howard, but both him and Anthony Black, one of the question marks is their 3-point shooting. So, again, where does that leave the Orlando Magic, a team that needs a little bit more 3-point shooting, which I probably would have considered even had they looked at Grady Dick in that situation as a shooter, someone that can put the ball in the basket from the 3 and just really stretch the defense out. But I can understand maybe what the thought process is from the front office, try and build these really hyper-athletic 6'7", 6'8" plus guys to have a massive starting lineup that will just, be too long and too lengthy to contend with on the defensive side of the ball.
Small ball, not small ball. They'll run in the opposite of what the Warriors are doing. They try to revolutionize the game, but I don't know. It's very bold of them and just untraditional, to be honest. And I just don't think this. They have so many pieces who they've just kind of wiped away. Jonathan Isaac, RJ Hampton, Fultz potentially now. It's I don't know. Maybe I'm just preying on potential that's been kind of hidden away, but it's not going to break out.
Yeah, I mean, you can't hate them for doing that because they did have 2 picks inside the top 11. So even if they miss on one, they
hits the other.
Exactly. So they can afford to take that risk. I mean, if you only have 1 pick in the next 2 years, for example, and you've given up all your first rounders, then you really have to be selective about who you go for. So I can understand their thought process from that side of things. But again, when there was other players in that number 11 slot and Jett Howard wasn't really, he started pushing his name late in the draft process to be like that, closer to the top 10. But again, he was projected by all accounts to be like a 15, 16 range. So to get him at 11, maybe it was a reach. But then again, the Orlando Magic, again, they had, like I said, numerous draft assets. So I don't blame him, but we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out because it could be an interesting turn of events for them.